Look, look at you beautiful, beautiful people. You came. It's been a minute since I've gotten to talk with you and rap at you, and you've come right back to see me and spend a little bit of time with me here on a Sunday night. Why are we doing it on a Sunday night? Well, man, I've been busy. I've been jet setting all over the globe and the Midwest and volleyball tournaments and just the things that go on in life. I'm just a regular, ordinary person like you. I work 9 to 5, sometimes more than 9 to 5, just trying to make my way here. I'm a kid with a dream, just trying to stack a few dividends. I'm far from an expert, just trying to figure it out, share what I'm learning with all y'all out there in the land of YouTube. And hey, I got to give you the salute because you're watching me right now and we're here on planet Earth and you're spending a little bit of time with me. I'm so very thankful for that and happy to see all of you in the house. Luis, dude, you could call me Rush. I work here in the Chicagoland area and there's a warehouse that I work at owned. They're an affiliate with PepsiCo. They're called Aaron Thomas. And my main man over there, Gregorio, he's a Mexican dude and he calls me Rush. And I don't mind it. It's cool. It's endearing. So it's kind of funny that you happen to say Rush, you know? Es muy bueno, no problema, mi amigo mío. That is. And Steve, what's up, Shamir? Look we got Mexico, we got Canada. What's the trucking line? Mexican? No. I don't remember it. Somebody might remember that if you remember that. And who else we got? Board retiree. Dude, what's up? Suzuki man. Yeah, dude. Luis, call me Rush, please. It's our thing. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I won't spend too much time on the whole Ireland thing because you know what? Nothing crazy happened. It was a real interesting experience just driving on the wrong side of the road, on the wrong side of the car, a manual vehicle, stick shifting with the left hand. It was a little bit intense the first hour driving, getting out of Dublin around rush hour to Rush, taking some wrong turns. Thank God there's YouTube. Dude, we couldn't figure out how to get the manual car in reverse. We turned down a dead-end street they were doing work on, and it was like a comedy of errors. I kept trying to put it in reverse, and it would keep going forward, and I was getting close to a building. I was like, oh my God, we're going to have to push the car backwards. So thankfully, my wife paid Verizon for the international plan for 10 days. And we were able to get on YouTube and figure out that there's a little lift underneath. It's like, I guess they're idiot proofing it. So you can't just throw it in reverse when you're driving. And that's what we had to do. So all was well and all ended well in our trip to Ireland. So yeah, let's get into it now. Since you guys are warmed up, so here's the genesis of this. Excuse me for slurping on the water there. The genesis of this video is I threw it out there on YouTube and on Twitter, and I said, what is a dividend stock that nobody's talking about, but you think they should be? I got 141 responses. I really didn't expect that kind of engagement, but in a way, I guess it's a platform for people to share their voices and be heard. So I was happy to share with you, or I am happy to share with you, the top 5 responses. These each got 3 from obviously people that don't know each other, 3 responses each. And we'll go through them one by one. And Eli, Warehouse Workers Unite. Man, so I don't work in a warehouse, but as you guys know, I do the loading dock equipment. I'm servicing, installing, maintaining, welding. I do a lot of welding. I do a lot of the heavy equipment for our shop, but it's all the loading dock equipment. So the stuff that trucks back into, you got the loading docks, you got the doors, you got the truck restraints, all that type, like high-speed rapid roll doors. That's the kind of stuff I do. And yeah, just finally saving, investing properly. And I wish I would have done things a little bit differently. So, hey, what's up, Billy? Welcome back. We'll get to your picks in a minute here. None of them are on the list, though, that we're going to talk about. So, oh no, where's my slides? Here we go. Let me add them to here. Here we go. So slide one is Petroleo Brasileiro SA, which I think is Sociedad Anonima. It's like anonymous society, meaning that it is a publicly traded company. It's the equivalent of saying like this is owned. It's publicly traded. The company's shares are divided. And anyway, so we'll get through these one by one, and I'll break it off. Let us know if you own any PBR, ticker PBR, Petroleo Brasileiro, 13% yield, free earnings payout ratio. We use that for oil and gas companies, I believe. But either way, free cash flow payout ratio, hopefully it's not too small. There's 32%. Looks not too bad. I know there's, I think, some foreign currency exchange going on there with the dividends and things. And then you can see the intrinsic value is $21.80. So what do you guys think about PBR? Do any of you own Petroleo Brasileiro? That was interesting that people seem to think not enough people are talking about PBR. It makes me nervous a little bit because I really don't know much about the Brazilian economy and their politics, and I guess respect for private property. If it looks like you could ever have like a Venezuela situation where there will be a governmental shift and they could take over they could nationalize the companies, so effectively taking private companies and making them government owned and controlled. Oh, Shamir, I'll get that to you really quick. I did, because of Diageo, yes, I did have some Guinness in, I did not know the CEO of Diageo passed away suddenly. This is news to me, and that is really unfortunate, and you really do hate to hear that, but man, it just speaks to the point, like one day is going to be our last, and we just don't know when it is. So try to make the best of every situation and every day, because it's probably later than you think. Boy, that sounds morbid, right? Let's see. Yeah, James, PBR. That's what I thought. I don't drink PBR. To put it politely, there's been intestinal issues that have stemmed from it. Maybe it could be drinking a lot of PBR too, but Luis is actually from Venezuela. No kidding. Yeah, that was was it Chavez, right? I'm blanking, but yeah, country risk, really interesting. So for me, PBR, country risk. So that's enough on that one. We'll get to number two here. Number two on our top five most mentioned. This one, Old Republic International, ticker ORI, 3.87% dividend yield. Yeah, like it says there, property, casualty insurance. They do like mortgage insurance, from what I understand, looking at it quick. Never really dug too deep into them. They have an earnings payout ratio of 41%. And again, they don't look like they're too bad. $25 a share. You can see up top there, I have the alpha spread intrinsic value. The base case is $28.28. And yeah, it's you can see the dividend raises there. 41-year dividend growth streak, 51 years of uninterrupted dividends. So what about you guys? This is my card. And by the way, is this coming out too small for you? I wanted to put everything on one card, and I'm afraid it's too small. So let me know if that's a thing right there. But that's number two, Old Republic International. Never really dug into them. So I'm just sharing with you guys some of the top five picks that people in the community think don't get enough love. Yeah, 0 for 2, Jim. Nice. Let's see what you guys are saying. Hey, what's up, Chris? What's going on, man? Let's see. Yeah, Shamir says the Wall Street Journal talked about the necessity of having a good succession plan for companies. That's interesting. Again, talking about Diageo, their CEO, who I don't know the name of, apparently suddenly passed away. Unfortunately, that's news to me, but you are right. Thank you, Luis. Yeah, it's a thing as I watch things, sometimes if things are too small, and I know on the TV it looks good, but if you're watching on your phone, it might be a little bit small, but we'll see. Good. Dude, this is good to look at that. We've got TV watchers, probably iPhone watchers, iPad watchers. Looks good. Yeah, no tickers. Sorry about that. I kind of cut that off on the Simply Safe, but it was PBR and ORI. I will tell you about them. Let's see. I We didn't get any Watsco, but there was one mention of PKG. Like I said, there was 141 responses, and there was some crazy ones like TSLY and KLIP, those derivatives, synthetic covered calls, and what have you. And all right, we'll get on to the next one. So uh, Michael Swami says he's enjoyed a few PBRs in the past. Yeah, we that's probably one of the problems is when I say, yeah, PBR is giving me some stomach troubles, and then you could say, how many did you drink? And it was more than enough from what I remember. And let's see. Oh, dude, you know what, man? I got to get back into the swing of things. So we got back. Oh, it was crazy. I've never flown internationally before. It was an 8-hour flight. Ireland is 6 hours ahead of where I'm at here in Chicago. So we got back. We were all jet lagged. We got up real early, but yeah. So Wednesday was just getting back into the house, and after being gone for 10 days, Thursday, and then we had Friday, Saturday, and today we had a volleyball tournament on Navy Pier in Chicago. So it's just been going. Like we're all beat, but I wanted to jump on. It's been 2 weeks to talk to you guys. So as far as your question, Mr. Cody, Citizen of the Year, I got to put that out there. And I don't know if we should do it in Chicago or somewhere in the suburbs or something, but I will get on that. And put out a post and get a feeler, and we'll figure that out. Okay, next, let's get to my number, or not my number 3, your number 3 here in the community, and it is Energy Transfer. I do own Energy Transfer, ticker ET, 9.65% yield. I have a really high yield on cost on this, and I'm afraid to buy more and average up, but that's something I'm going to look at. It shows that then the top right there, you can see they're undervalued by, I got my screen small. What is that? 44% that Alpha Spread says. And yeah, they've been raising their dividend for 1 year. They had some cutting going on before the pandemic. And yeah, that's ET. Nice. We got 0 for 3 with Luis, and we'll see Jim if Jim's also 0 for 3. But I do own Energy Transfer. They get a dividend safety score of 50. Yeah, Luis, DVN, Devon Energy, that came up. That was one of the ones mentioned. So I guess we can talk for 1 second about Energy Transfer. They explore for energy. Or no, they don't explore. What am I saying? Energy Transfer, they transfer, they store it, they ship it. It's crude oil, natural gas, petrochemicals, things of that nature. And I also, EPD, they came up, they were a couple, I think they had 2 mentions. Oh my gosh, I can't think of their name right now. EPD, somebody help me, hit me up. Products Partners, I can't think of it. That's crazy. That's age. That's wear and tear on the brain. Let's see. Look at this. What is this, you say, Jim? You spent a year in Iraq and couldn't drink for a year, tried to get a flight back to the USA through Ireland so you could get a Guinness, didn't work out. So had to settle for a Heineken in Amsterdam, which I believe is where Amsterdam Heineken hails from, is Amsterdam, or we can call it Amsterdam. I don't care. And they're nice people over there from what I understand. So Jim owns also 350 shares of ET. And we could talk about it later, but yeah, Enterprise Product Partners. I just could not think of it. I think I'm at almost 100 shares of EPD, and ET, I think I only have like 31 shares, but my cost basis is, I want to say like $6. So, I mean, it's just been a huge gain for me, but I wish I would have added more. Nice. Thank you. Yeah, that was my brain mistake there. You have owned EPD as well. Nice, Billy. All right, so that was number 3. We've had Petrobras is what they call it. PBR was the first one, in no order in particular. Second was Old Republic International, ticker ORI. Third up, we have We have ET, Energy Transfer. Number 4 is coming at you. I should do like Ian Lopic on the screen right now. Coming at you is Vitesse Energy. We covered this in a video. Ticker VTS. And you can see, look at the logo up there. Sloppy. Daddy was sloppy up there. I didn't shrink the logo enough on the Vitesse Energy card, but it's oil and gas production, exploration. They own some of the land, partially or fully. They look for oil. They extract it. They develop the land. They extract the oil. That's how they make their money. Just started paying a dividend. They were spun out of Jefferies Financial, oddly enough, ticker JEF. So they're a relatively brand new company. We see that Warren Buffett and Berkshire Hathaway has exposure to Vitesse because of that spinoff. They own Jefferies. So there you go. This was mentioned 3 times by the community. So 7.91% yield. Very new company. It's going to take a minute to let them get their, sea legs under them and have everyone chew into them a lot. But there's been some good and some bad said about them. But either way, Alpha Spread gives them an intrinsic value of $35, being about 29% undervalued. That is good old Vitesse Energy, which, again, I don't own. And so far out of these, I only own Energy Transfer. So what about Luis, over 4, man? I have a sneaking suspicion number 5 you're going to get. I think of a lot of us are going to be 1, which this one kind of surprised me. We'll get to it. But yeah, would any of you guys, do you know anything about Vitesse? Would you own Vitesse at all? I know some people think it's just better to go with the more established companies in the space instead of looking at Vitesse. And let's see. So, all right, Luis, for you, man. Number 5, we'll get to it here. Number 5, mentioned by the community for the stocks that they don't think are being talked about enough. And it is coming at you on the screen. It's Altria, ticker MO, big MO, 8.31% yield. And they show from Alpha Spread that they're about 21% undervalued. 53 years of dividend growth. If you remember, they were spun out of Philip Morris, like 2009, 2008, somewhere around then. And yeah, free cash flow payout ratio, management wants to keep it right around 80%, 75, 80% from what I remember. And oh, Jim, I love that. Yeah, we'll get back. So there you go. Luis, I told you, I had a feeling you might be getting number 5, which was Altria, ticker MO. And, there's been some interesting discussion about Altria's that everyone thinks they're a melting ice cube. Everyone thinks that they're dying. First of all, I will say, and my kids notice this too in Ireland, as I think a lot of Europeans do, a lot of people smoke cigarettes. I couldn't believe how many people smoke cigarettes. Where we have our shop, one of our neighbors is I think they're Ukrainian. I don't know. I know they're somewhere like that region of the world near Russia, but on all their cars and the trucks, they all have the FUC Putin, the F Putin flags, like it's the Ukrainian flag and it has F Putin on it. So Putin, however you want to say it, that might be my accent. Well, what am I saying? I don't have an accent. As I talked about when I was on with Haley Eich, who's from England, London town, near area. Obviously, I asked her, I was like, first question, we had to do the hard hitting. What's it like having an accent? Because obviously I don't have an accent. I mean, it's the rest of the world that does. So anyway, yeah, Lou, okay, interesting. Anyway, so what I was saying is that, yeah, cigarettes, I think, are melting ice cube. They're going away. Or I don't know, there's got to be a better analogy than melting ice cube for cigarettes. But nicotine, I think, is here to stay. And it's just going to take different forms. I just think people like nicotine, like people like caffeine. And I think we're going to find better and safer ways than we are already that people can use nicotine, hopefully in a non-carcinogenic way, meaning it's not cancer causing, because correct me if I'm wrong, and I do believe that I read once that nicotine is relatively benign. Like, yeah, it's habit forming, but it doesn't cause cancer. And I think that's kind of been the rub, right? Where you like the nicotine, you get hooked on the nicotine, but the way people were getting the nicotine was by burning the um, tobacco, right? And the different things that went into the cigarettes, preservatives and whatnot. So anyway, yeah, Ray says everyone loves their vape. And yeah, Steve, I saw it, man. ACCO, that will be looked into deeper, and you'll probably see it on one of the stocks to buy for the coming month type videos. I like making those. We all of us YouTubers are making them because it's, I don't know, I guess it's easier content and it's fun, kind of like snooping around with the magnifying glass, trying to find some stocks, whether we own them or not, that look like they might be at a good buy position, and just sharing that information with everyone else. And yeah, dude, a lot of people were vaping. Baby, you got. We were at Navy Pier yesterday, and in between some of the games, my brother-in-law and I were walking around outside. Beautiful, beautiful night in Chicago, Saturday night, and we saw some Mexican dudes walking around with tall boys of Negro Modelo, and I forgot about that. And I was like, oh, it's been so long since I've had a Negro Modelo, so I will be buying one for next weekend. Good stuff. Good stuff. There we go. You also have some Philip Morris and Universal too. Universal is another tobacco company. Yeah, I know Ian Lopik was the first time I heard of Universal, and I don't know if he sold them. Did you guys check out his new video, by the way? He sold 14 dividend stocks. I pimped that video at the end of my newsletter. Again, I have a link in the description below. And yeah, you suggested Calm. No, that was you. And it's funny because I talked about them in the video, and I said, yeah, they made the last video, but interesting. I mean, they've popped up a few times on screeners, and I don't know. I don't know if I would pull the trigger on them, but never say never. You never know. So what are you guys buying? If you didn't get to answer, what stock do you think doesn't get enough love that you think the world and people should know about? Or dude, shoot me some questions. If you're sitting on the sidelines just watching, I don't care. Put an emoji in the comments in the chat. Let's have some fun, man. It's Sunday night. Some of us got work tomorrow, but yeah, Negro. Oh, did I say Negro Modelo? Is it Negro Modelo? It's probably Negro Modelo. That's my accent. This is Americanized. Let's see. American. I'm American. Let me put that in the chat. This is what I am. Let me do it properly here. That's me. American. Uh-oh. Dude. Yeah. Katie's out of beer. What's your favorite beer, Katie K? Let us know in the comments below what your favorite beer is. Let's see. Steve, B&G Foods never went bankrupt. I don't think I said they were going to. I owned them a couple of years ago, and I didn't like the free cash flow payout ratio. I didn't like their metrics, and they ended up cutting that dividend, right? I think they did. Let's see. Luis is going with NEP. What is NEP? Let me share that. Let me do NEP here. I'm not going to, don't tell me. Here, I got to do this. Who likes Tales from the Crypt? I love Tales from the Crypt. All right, let's see. Share this entire screen. All right, here we go. Oh, here we go. Well, by the way, since we're here, let's do some dividend news. Let's see. I want to be on here, though. I want to see you guys. Sorry about the streamception thing there. There we go. So we'll just do a little bit of news. This is not a lot of raises, mostly just Simply Safe adjusting. So we had Alexandria, ticker ARE. They've come up. They've been beaten down because of their exposure to office space. We'll see what but it says it's mostly life sciences. We'll see. ARE, they raised their dividend 2.5%. Vodafone got a new CEO, and got a downgrade from Simply Safe from 41 to 30, but they have a 10% yield. They're a British telecom giant. Foot Locker. Who owns Foot Locker? I don't own Foot Locker. I think Foot Locker might go away. I think there's going to be more direct to consumer. I don't know. I don't see them sticking around, but they got downgraded from 70 to 60 with a 6% yield. And they think that their dividend coverage, what does it say? Concerns about their dividend coverage is growing. Yeah, we'll see with Foot Locker. United Health with that big 14% dividend raise. That's their every year since 2010. That's kind of like when ACA came out about, right? I don't remember, dude. Time goes by so quickly. Somewhere around that vicinity. And let's see. MDU. They completed a Knife River spin. I'm just going to read it to you. You can read it, but I don't know anything about MDU. I've never looked into them, but they got a downgrade from 80 to 60. KKR, interestingly enough, this looks like kind of like Ares Capital, that they're externally managed by Ares Management. Well, KKR, they were the ones, if you've ever read, good book by Barbarians at the Gate, it's all about the RJR Nabisco leveraged buyout, the LBO. And that was kind of that was like the end, the grand finale pretty much of leveraged buyouts. I don't know if I can explain it right. Somebody will correct me. Please do. Leveraged buyout is when, if you were buying the company, you would be using, I think, the equity that the company had, and you would like combine that to like with debt they also had and debt you had, and it would just, this is a really bad explanation. I'm on the spot here, and hey, I'll hide behind me saying I'm not an expert, but anyways, where's ChatGPT when you need it to explain it in a sentence to a 7-year-old? But leverage buyouts, and it took on a different name. I can't think of what that morphed into, the LBOs, but anyway, so KKR, Klein Kravis, and of course, I don't remember the R. They were that entity, but anyway, they got a downgrade for their REIT trust. Medifast. I said it. If you guys remember the video, they look like a weight loss cult to me. It's kind of goofy setup. I don't know. It's like MLM, like I don't know how to describe it. They have these coaches and they recruit people who can become coaches. And it feels like a weight loss cult to me is what I called it. So, but God bless you if you're helping people lose weight. They got a downgrade to unsafe. Another mortgage REIT got downgraded from 29 to 20. Don't know about Redwood Trust. Another mortgage REIT, which is Chimera. They got downgraded to 20. And last but not least, this office service and supply company, SCS, don't know about them. They got downgraded. And up there, dude, Vici. Look at this. Vici declared another dividend. I love Vici. I have Vici. So shout out if you have Vici, and we'll get off this. That's enough of that. Don't you think? Oh, no, it's not. Crying out loud. Let me see what you guys are saying. So the problem is when I'm doing that, I don't have the comments up, so I can't see what you guys are saying. And then I just go on jabber jawing, and let's see. I'm going to catch up to you guys. Let's see. Okay, dude, exactly. The tar, the benzene, and other chemicals that cause lung cancer, right? So I believe that nicotine is addictive, but it doesn't, like you said, it's all those other, just the garbage that they put in there that really messes you up. And unfortunately, I've lost 2 people that I know to lung cancer because they smoked a lot when they were younger. And actually, I can think of 3 more off the top of my head. One of my buddies, his dad just passed away about 1.5 years ago. And I remember when we were teenagers in the 90s, dude, I'd go to his house. His dad smoked like a chimney. And it's just unfortunate. It's just so unfortunate. But Jim, you're boycotting Budweiser. Uh-oh. Yeah, except for the Bud Light Chelada. Yeah, if you guys follow me on Twitter, there was a bit of a lot of people didn't like it that I said I'm still buying Target because they're going to be okay. I think it's getting blown out of proportion. How do I say this nicely? Kind of blew my mind that people are thinking that if you shop at Target, or if you buy Target stock, you are supporting pedophilia. Blew my mind. I can understand like some linking there, but I mean that'll open up a whole can of worms, I'm sure here. But I mean, we can talk about it. I don't care. It's my channel. We can do whatever we want. Just keep it clean, civil, and constructive, right? Let's see. I don't know if, let's see. So Jim says NEP is the parent of NEE. Okay, cool. Yeah, NextEra Energy is NEE. So good, NEP. I did want to look that up for you, Luis. So let me do that for you. We'll make it really, really quick. Let's see. I gotta stop saying let's see. Let's see, everybody. NextEra Energy Partners. See, only 42. I don't know about that. Sometimes these dividend safety scores, they're starting to get more conservative with them. 15% last dividend increase, 8 years growth. Looks nice. 15% 5-year CAGR. And May 4th, they went X. Look at that. Dude, that's crazy. So they've just been raising it every single quarter. They're like the realty income of the, what sector are they in? Sorry about this. The utilities. They are the realty income of the utility sector. Just raising that dividend. I don't know. Why are they so beaten down? I know you can't look at their free cash. Oh, they're an MLP too, right? Interesting. Their DCF is getting a little bit high, but yeah, it's below 90% is what it should be. But anyway, okay, cool. NEP. That's the most I've honestly ever looked into NEP. Look at this. Suzuki Man. Doesn't hear a lot of people talk about Illinois Tool Works or Air Products Partners. That's APD. I think they're both solid companies. From what memory serves that I've looked at in the past, they're both solid. What else are you guys throwing out here? What the hell is that? Monthly purchases of UZNZP. So first of all, there's only one vowel in that. That's no bueno. But I know I'm goofing around, but I've never even heard of that. Is that right? Let's see. What do you have in your Magic Formula portfolio? Magic Formula? Isn't that Joel Greenblatt has the more Magic Formula? Is that what you're doing? Are you following Joel Greenblatt's Magic Formula investing there? Yeah, I don't know what you have. APD might be. Yeah, APD is solid. Rex, interesting monthly purchase of UNP, Union Pacific, Realty Income, and SCHD. Honestly, I can see myself going a lot heavier into SCHD just because of, man, the diversity with they look for good dividend companies. And yeah, they don't have all of them in there. And I was sad to see Cummins go and put Ford in there instead this last rebalancing cycle. But yeah, it says United Health is a beast, Luis says. Let me get down. What's TSCO? Oh, is that Tractor Supply Company? You're right. I've done some shopping there. I saw TSCO and I thought, Tesco, that's a grocery store we went to over in Ireland. But no, it's not that. All right, let's see. You buy a beer on a credit card, that's leverage. Yeah, there was a way I don't know. They explained it in the book, and it shows you how well it just impressed on my mind. I can't even explain it, but I know it's something about you're leveraging some of the existing like equity and or debt in the company you're acquiring in order to buy that company. And it kind of got a bad name and it morphed into something. I can't think. Let's see. Cults can be fun. Yeah, this is the problem. I didn't see your guys' comments when we were let's see. Jim. All right. Hey, I do believe the Branch Davidians had a lot of that going on. I don't know about the drugs though. The other thing, the latter that you've mentioned, or the former that you mentioned, mind you, yeah. Oh, hold on. Hold the phone, everybody. Jim, buddy, where did you, let me throw this on here. You can't, thank you. Just, man, I don't have anything to cheers you with. I got some water here. I'm about to choke on an ice cube, but dude, thank you so much. I always tell you guys, you you really don't have to. If you absolutely feel that you must give some, what do you want me to do? I give you a virtual hug, handshake. I give you a chair spin if you want to get a chair spin. Let me know. But yeah, that's too kind of you, man. It really does throw me for a loop. I don't know what to say other than really thank you. And you just you really don't have to do that, but thank you. I do appreciate that. And let's see. I'll put it towards starting a cult. We'll start our own sex and drugs cult, right? Clean stuff though. Clean. We'll get everyone tested. Hey, if David Koresh could do it, I shouldn't joke about that because people lost their lives and unfortunately, but hey, let's see. Rather invest in IIPR than Medtronic. Medifast. Yeah, I do invest in IIPR. I'm holding. Now would probably be the best time to buy. I'm hoping that when things do get legalized, that IIPR is just going to be like the 800-pound gorilla and they'll already be set up and established. And once all the banks can go ahead and make investments and do things that, they're going to want to deal with somebody that's been in this space for a long time and is knowledgeable. So I'm thinking and hoping IIPR is going to benefit from that. All right, let's see. Oh, you guys. Oh, boy. Yeah, going on Jim Jones there in Jonestown. Vici. I do want to buy more Vici. Ed Petoniak, the CEO. Dude, love Ed Petoniak. Really fun on the earnings calls if you listen to him. And I like his style. I like what he's doing with Vici. I like that he wants to experience beyond the gaming into family resorts, amusement parks. He wants to go into what is it, like college, youth, minor sports, things like that. Like I'm guessing stadiums and small fields. I don't know. He really has a vision to grow and expand internationally. They just acquired their first casino up in Canada. Shout out Shamir. I don't remember where that was. Let me know if you do. Dude, you guys are going deep. Foot Locker was Woolworths. Interesting. I remember Woolworths and yeah. And Murphy's, GC Murphy's and Woolworths were two different stores. Dude, was Woolworths the one that had like birds? They had a little bit of everything. I remember they had parakeets in Woolworths. The one in Berwyn, Illinois, there was a downstairs area and they had like pets down there. It was so bizarre for a 5 and dime to have pets. But hey, yeah, too many REITs. I hear you. I hear you on that, buddy. But I think, oh, wow. Dude, Forest Moto, 800 shares of Vici. That is, when did you start buying them? And are you adding now? That I'd love to know that. And that's a lot of shares of Vici. I think I'm up to almost 30 shares. And I would like to get 100, but the problem is it's in the retirement portion. And I don't have money funneling into that because how can I explain this? So when I started the channel, I have my 401k with my employer. I siphoned off 30,000 from that and rolled it into the self-directed IRA. So there was like $100 for administrative fees, but there was no taxable event because it was going from a qualified retirement plan to a qualified retirement plan. And it's at like 45K now. There, I've made some mistakes in it, but I haven't put in another penny. So it started at 30K in, I think, March or April of 2020, right when the pandemic crashed. So I'm going to get caught up to you guys. Yeah. And you know what? That's been my thought with Target, by the way, is that they're going to be fine in 5 years, 10 years. I really don't think this is going to put them out of business. I'll give you my short spiel about it. I think that they are trying to be more, obviously, yeah, I guess they look more liberal, I guess. But I think because they view all of America shops at Target and they have Target all over the place and it's Pride Month, that they wanted to try to partner with some influencers and they wanted to get, more of the Pride stuff out there to try and get people to be like, hey, it's Pride Month, buy. You know, they want to make money. And I think that whoever's responsible just maybe went a little bit too far with it, trying to be too, you know, I'll put it this way. I will say I would have rolled my eyes and if I saw tuck friendly, whatever bathing suits, but I think I would have just had it to the Pride stuff, just the rainbow flags, the Pride stuff. But anything more than that, I think I would have realized, like, you know what, this is probably where we got to draw the line, So I think we're going to see that going forward. They've learned a lesson. This is probably LBO is, I want to cough because I don't know how to say I think you meant privatization, right? Using leverage on the company's value to purchase stock. There you go. You said it better than I did. Thank you. And yeah, Kohlberg, Kravis, Roberts. What did I say? Did I say Klein, Kravis? Dude, I read so much. Everything's like blends together after a while, and I don't remember who said what. Like it's crazy. All right, Mr. Zack Attack, what's going on, man? Look at you, Mr. Zack Attack. I like the little dude. You look like my wife's cousin there. He's the same thing. Bald guy, big, like, barrel chested dude. He did some MMA, some mixed martial arts, but yeah, he's got the big beard like you do. So welcome aboard, shipmate. RJF. I don't know RJF. You go ahead and throw it in there. I want to get caught up here. Don't hear a lot of people talk about American Motors. I've never even heard of American Motors. Yeah, PBC is going SCHD now. And you know what? It's kind of the easy button on dividend investing. And I think he's starting to experience what I've been going through when your kids get older and they have sports and you have a 9-to-5 job. And you have to take each kid to school and then my wife and I as a team, and then to this and to that. And it's just your life gets so busy that you don't have the time to just really sit down and, just dive deep. It takes up time. So yeah, I totally understand and get where he's coming from with that. And I could see that, Luis. I was going to say earlier, I could see myself going, 30, 40% into SCHD and then doing a bunch of individual stocks on the rest of it. So I think I'm probably going to be moving in that direction. And you're going to start seeing me consolidating some positions into SCHD when it's low. If you don't have the newsletter, sign up below. I shared a chart today using the 252-day moving average for SCHD, which is it's just the average price over the last 252 days. And I picked that because there's about 252 trading days in a year. So it's about a year's price action on SCHD. And it's like 72.40, I think is what it was. So we can buy below that, but let me get caught up to you guys. Let's see. You probably right about Vici purchasing problems. Going international, baby. They are Stag or AGNC. Which one do I like? I would go with Stag. I've looked at AGNC in the past, and they're kind of apples to apples. Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't AGNC more of a mortgage REIT, right? Where Stag is just single tenant acquisition group. They have industrial facilities. I know they have one in Janesville off of I-39 because I've driven by it many times. So personally for me, I've not liked AGNC in the past, and I do invest in Stag. So I would go with Stag. Yeah, Woolworths had a soda fountain. I don't really remember that. That may have been before my time. I am currently, 45. So in the mid 80s is when I remember my heyday of Woolworth. Let me get caught up to you guys. Thank you for the question, Jeremiah. What a good looking question. Do I prefer a taxable account or a Roth? Well, they both have different functions, right? So it honestly, the Roth is ideal because you're never going to pay taxes on that again. You can always take out the contributions, and I'm sure you know this, but if you put in $6,000 in 1 year and that 6,000 grows to, we'll say 6,200, you can always pull out the 6,000 that is your contribution, tax free. Beautiful vehicle. I wish you could put more into it, but you can't. One of the things that's nice about the taxable is obviously you can use it for anything. You can live off the dividends from that if you want. And you can tax loss harvest. You can't do that in the Roth. So I've kind of learned that you should put riskier positions. And this is through my experience. I found out that if I had it to do over, I would keep riskier positions in the taxable, because if they don't work out, I can tax loss harvest that. But I put them in the Roth, expecting them to blow up. And I've thought about it that, you know what, when these things blow up, then I won't have to pay taxes on those gains. Well, I can't tax loss harvest either. So if I had to pick one, I would definitely pick the Roth. Yeah. Oh, I shut you off, Shamir. Man, before I read your comment. Yeah, Coors did go through similar stuff years ago, but they're fine. It's like you said, man, it's weathering the storm. And I'm sure, let's see, Target, their alternatives like Walmart and Amazon. Yeah, but dude, Target's got that brand loyalty. I think more women, right? I think more women shop at Target than men. And I mean, if you ask my wife, she barely knows about what's going on with the boycott. And she prefers Target to Walmart. Walmart's obviously a little bit cheaper. So put it this way, she says, I don't like going into Walmart. So she will do the drive-through, or the drive-through, the drive up at Walmart to get groceries and whatnot. But yeah, if she has to pick one, she'd prefer Target. So I think they're going to be okay. But some people, they'll never go back to Target. And that is what I support. That's the system I support. You choose, you say, you did something I don't like. I'm never going to shop at you ever again, Target. And I support your decision to do that. Awesome. Forrest, again, what's up, man? Thank you for commenting. His favorite REIT is Simon Property Group. I wish to God that it's like, dude, you got your fat hand in there. I wish that it was up here. I've got to figure out a way to get so I can, read and look just off the camera. Because when I point down, I don't know. Anyway, that's a different battle for a different day. Your favorite REIT is other favorites, SPG. I only have 10 shares of SPG, and they do buy a lot of their own shares back. And privately too. They were one during the pandemic when it was crashing hard, the Simons were buying. And I remember reading that and saying, like, you know what, I'm going to buy along with them. Turned out really well. So there's a word to the wise if you're watching and you've never heard that before, is that when insiders buy, when anybody buys a stock, they're buying for one reason, because they think it's going to go up in value. Maybe unless they're a complete lunatic, though, and they just don't think it. I don't know. But I can't think of too many other reasons you would buy something. Yeah, you would think it's going to go up. But yeah, you can sell for millions of reasons, like Ian Lopik did. He sold stock because of a real estate deal or something that popped up. Let's see. Let me I'm almost caught up. Here we go. All right, Luis, I like it, man. 70% ETFs, 30% stocks. I love that, dude. I really do love that. I you hear me struggle because I know that my brain's, it's like the cognitive dissonance. Like, no, we can pick, individual companies, they'll be good. But hey, everyone thought 3M was a great company before everything started not going right for them. So you do mitigate a lot of that individual risk. And you know what? I'll say this. At the end of the day, it's all about what's best for you. What helps you sleep well at night? What's your risk tolerance? if you're up worrying about your investments, just ETF it and chill. So I like that, man. I could totally see something similar to that in my future, but we'll see one day at a time. Jeremiah again, portfolio 35% VIG, VYM, 20% SCHD, 10% QLD. I like it, man. That's solid. A lot of exposure, easy button. I'm assuming you have your dividends reinvested on that, right? There we go. Jim, you're 67, man. Look at that. You're old enough to be my parent because, let's see. Well, I know because I can. So here's the thing. I went to public school in Cook County, Illinois, and they taught me that my mother was 20 years old when I was born. So that means that I'm 45. My mother is 65 because 45 plus 20 is 65. That's the extent of my education at Cook County School District 100. Thank you. So yes, Jim, you are old enough to be, and not to make you feel bad, but I don't know. I'm just having some fun here. I'm a little bit loopy. Walmart, and they don't have what you need and you have to go home, get out. Wait. Oh, dude, I love it. I love the humor. Well, I hope you're not putting on the top hat and spats to go to Target. You don't have to be that formal, but it's true. My kids, I said it once, you got to watch out for the Walmartians. But now I got the thought of Jim bopping around Walmart in his pajamas. Just wake up and go there. Shamir's always preferred Walmart over Target. Yeah, that's right. Target completely failed into Canada, right? Let's see. Is Pfizer a value trap? I don't think so. I've never, to the best of my knowledge, I've never individually owned Pfizer, but they're just one of those giant pharmaceutical companies. If you don't know, you could do what Warren Buffett does. He says that he's not smart enough to know which pharmaceutical company is going to have the next blockbuster pipeline in their drug because he doesn't know how to analyze pipeline drugs. So what he does, he knows they're always working on them. So when J&J, Sanofi, Pfizer, Eli Lilly, companies like that are at a really steep discount or trading pretty cheap, you just buy them and you hold them. And eventually they're going to come back because they're always buying. They got the cash and resources for that. So let's see. Yeah, me too. Good. I'm glad you guys got a little humor out of that. Have some fun here. Dude, I was a sailor, I try to keep it mostly clean, but yeah, Simon Property Group, they are a good mall owner. They have in this area Fox Valley Outlet, I believe. They have Gurney Mills up by Great America, Six Flags here. And then the one we like going to is the one in Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin, just over the Illinois border. And that's another Simon Group. Oh, also the Schaumburg Mall, the Schaumburg Shopping Center is, we won't get into it. Jeremiah, slow down. Jeremiah doesn't like bond ETFs. I've never owned a bond ETF. I'm going to get caught up to you guys here as we're winding down. Get a little warm. Oh, yeah, look at that. I forgot I got my my Labatt shirt. Have you guys noticed, like, watching Ryan Williams or myself, that, like most guys, I think we have about 4 or 5 shirts that are in our rotation. But I think of that sometimes when I'm putting a shirt on. I was like, so for my job, right? For my work, I wear just a regular t-shirt with the company logo on it. So realistically, most nights I just have my pajamas and then my work clothes. That's all I wear. And it's usually on the weekend. So I really only need a shirt for like Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday. That's 3 days out of the week. I'm really wearing a shirt. So anyway, maybe it's time to buy one more new shirt, get it in the rotation, right? All right, Luis, I'm going to get caught up to you guys here. 30% into stocks to optimize yield and growth. Yeah, I like that, man. I really do like that. And I think you're just going to see me start shifting and consolidating more. One of them is General Dynamics. They got a dividend coming up, but I am likely going to, I'm way up on GD. Likely going to sell out of them. It's only 10 shares. Probably going to be waiting until I think it's the first week of July, maybe, that they go ex-dividend. So I think after that, I'll probably get out of them. And sorry if that's loud. I watched back a video and I put my hands down, and because the microphone's here, it's loud. I'm like a bull in a china shop. All right. Let me get caught up to you guys. Sorry if I'm skipping over you, but yeah, my mom, she don't watch this anyway, so it's okay. She watched like for a couple. She's like, I don't really get it, what you do. I'm like, that's fine. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know if you're a dad. I still think like a 20. Dude, that is so key. That's key. Age really is in the mind, I think. Okay, good. Here we go. I got caught up to you guys. I did it. I got caught up. I told you I could do it. Treasury Direct. I've looked at, I went on that website once because everyone said it was so bad, like it's from the 90s, but I still should buy bonds. Oh, here's a thought. I'm thinking about leaving Yada. So Yada is that savings account where it is a no loss lottery, meaning that theoretically, say they're doing this, say that they would be paying 4% interest. Well, what they'll do is pay out like 1.75% interest, and then to everybody, and then everything else, that all goes into a pot. And every night they draw numbers. I think it's like 6 numbers, and then the Powerball number, the Yada ball, I think it is. And it's like number 1 through maybe 70. But anyway, they'll show, Joe Blow from Cincinnati, or I don't know if they give that detail, but they'll show a name, say they won like $8,000 or 15, or somebody won like $400,000. But lately I've been getting pennies, like 12 cents, 3 cents. I did hit big once, $20, but I don't know. I'm just thinking about shifting to a SoFi. My buddy Harris from One Penny at a Time podcast, he's with SoFi, and they just gave another increase. And I know eventually it'll probably come down, but I don't know if you guys have, let me know as we're wrapping up here. Let us know, what is your favorite place to put, this is emergency money, by the way. Our emergency fund is where I'm thinking of moving it out of Yada, just because, I don't know. I'm just getting old with it. So yes, Luis has 5 gray shirts he uses every day. Baby, I love it. But you're not on camera, so yeah, I don't know. There we go. That's probably what I need. You know what I need? My main band is Social Distortion. So I think Daddy needs to get, right? Father's Day's coming up. I think Daddy needs a brand new Social Distortion shirt. That's what I think. All right. Let's see. After having been in Ireland, would you own the owner of Guinness, Diageo? I'd love to own Diageo. It just always seems so expensive, and the yield seems so low. Let's see. Diageo, they currently have a yield of 2.14%. Very solid company. And you know what? Maybe it'll be time they pay that dividend semi-annually every April and October. So it may be time to, well, we'll see. I say that I'd like to see if I own them, and I'm sure I do inside of one of the mutual funds already. But yeah, as I'm looking through Diageo, yeah, just solid company, very solid. And that may be the best we get, is where they're at right now. We'll have to see. MJ, what's up, man? Late to the show. What you got on there? That looks like one of the Mars Attacks aliens. I love it. Fantastic movie. DEO, yeah. All right, let me see. I want to see where you guys are. Get the hell out of here, dude. 10% in your savings account. I don't know how they're pulling that off. That's crazy. Good for you. I don't know where they're getting it from. I don't know if they're involved with the cartels or something, but let's see. SoFi, $30 a month in interest right now. You know what, Rex? Thanks for sharing that, because, and I may have to use my buddy Harris's, what does he have? He has like a thing. He gets $20 if someone signs up with it. So yeah, stay tuned. I may be moving Oh, Prison Bound is your jam. Yeah, Prison Bound is a great song. Um, yeah, it's just Social D's my band, man. Ever since I first heard them in the mid 90s, I guess I was a little bit late to them, but yeah, that's my band. That's my band. Yeah, Buffett invest in Diageo. I'm gonna look into them. Thank you, everyone, because I'm gonna look into them. Maybe you know what I might do? I might actually hope they come down. Maybe I'll consolidate my General Dynamics into Diageo. I know it's not the same, but yeah, I'd like to own them outright. Just really, really nice. You own Ally, okay, 4%. Yeah, um, I think SoFi. I think Harris tweeted out it's like 4.75 maybe. So I know that's not for all time. I might have to wait 75 for both of you if you use his link. No, 75 bucks? Get out of here. Well, if that's true, then we might do that. So, all right, Ally stock. Sweet. Does anybody want to say one last thing? Forever hold your peace till next weekend. Hey, let me know this before we jump off here. Do you like doing this better on a Sunday night? Because I can probably swing Sunday night easier too than the morning, you know? So let me know real quick. I know as soon as I give ending language, like, all right, well, we're going to be ending here. And there's a little counter up there. And I just see the numbers start dropping down. But let me know. Any of you watching, just real quick, put it in there. What would you prefer Sunday night better? Like this time, like 7 o'clock, 7 to 8? Because I really do like jumping on with you guys. And you see, thank you, Ray. This is the kind of information I need to know is that he sleeps in. So, Sunday morning, maybe a little bit. Sunday night, okay. I like it. Yeah, either's fine, Shamir. Um, so usually, especially when school's in session, we're not doing anything crazy. And I think this will work better. We usually try to be home Sunday night anyways. And sometimes we have plans like Sunday morning. So you've seen me do early and shift things around. I like it. Look at this. Look at you guys. Sunday night is always best. Yeah, hard with a kid. God bless you, MJ, man. Like I'll end with this and I'll just tell you that I don't know how old is your your kid? That sounds weird to say your kid. Sunday's way better. Sunday morning, good. Look at this. Thank you. That's awesome to hear. I think it's official. I'm just going to shift it to Sunday night. Not that I sleep in, but we do stuff too. What was I talking? Oh, MJ. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Real riveting here. People hear me give kid advice, but dude, they grow up so damn fast. My oldest is going into sophomore year, and my youngest is starting freshman year in high school. I can't believe it. It goes by so freaking quick. It's ridiculous. So enjoy every stage of them. And if your kid is young and crying and keeping you guys up, just know it's temporary. Everything is temporary. All right, good. Thank you all, Pat. I love it. Thank you. Look at this. Here we go. 8 months and easier world, man. Salute, cheers. Sometimes it's crazy. They're colicky. They do keep you up. You pull your hair out, and I miss it. So, dude, look, I almost got cheers. So I'll end with this. I was watching my daughter play volleyball today, and it's just the moody teenager. I want to say and I don't know if she can hear me. My kids all day, they walk around with their headphones listening to stuff, but I want to tell her hey, what'd you do with my little girl? Where's my daughter? The hell, what'd you do with her? It's the same person, but man, MJ, they grow up. So please, this person, this little 8-month-old person is going to go away. And I know that sounds really weird to say that, but I wish somebody told me because they will be no more, meaning they're going to be adults and they're going to be moody teenagers that just, yeah, enjoy it, man. Just just enjoy your kids. So, all right, enough of that. Anyway, good. I love it. So I'm going to do Sunday nights. We'll just switch it to that. And we're going to we'll wrap it up here. So, everybody, again, dude, thank you. I'm going to play it out with Pee Wee here, but why? Cause I love it. That's my childhood. That's my time. And that's when I was, oh, hold on. I got to hide this comment here. Sorry, MJ. I had to hide your, look, I actually got a little teary there because for those of you that don't have children, that's when life changes. It's so different. Anyway, all right, come on, get on with your Sunday night. I'm gonna go hug my kids and they're gonna hate it. So, thanks for swinging by, and feel free to leave comments. Let me know what you want to talk about, things you'd like to see on the channel. Russ at DapperDividends.com. Twitter at RustyRam78, whatever you want me to do, talk about. I don't, give me ideas. It's all about you. I'll see you guys next week.